Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into a viral narrative that makes a pretty jaw-dropping claim that the United States launched a full-on attack against Venezuela and actually captured its president. We're going to break down exactly how this whole story was put together piece by piece.
So right out of the gate, the narrative hits you with maximum shock value. I mean, there's no buildup at all, it just drops this bombshell. It's a classic way to grab your attention, right? Instantly framing this as some kind of massive, unfolding international crisis where a world leader has just vanished. And let's be really clear here, the claim they're making is totally unambiguous. This isn't being presented as a small border incident or some limited strike. No, the story is that the US launched a huge, coordinated attack with one goal in mind: snatch a leader and topple a government. Then, the source starts layering in these details to paint this really vivid picture of chaos. We hear about massive explosions in the capital, Caracas. It claims 4 major cities were hit at the same time, which, suggests a really well-planned, widespread operation. And then comes the key detail: the claim that President Maduro declared a national emergency just moments before he disappeared. It's all designed to create this sense of a nation in total collapse. Okay, so a claim that big needs some pretty big proof to back it up, right? So the real question is, what evidence does the source actually give us to support this story of an all-out invasion? Let's take a look at how they build their case. Now, to make this argument, the narrative doesn't just lean on one thing. Instead, it weaves together a few different kinds of claims. The idea is to present what looks like this really comprehensive pile of evidence, with everything pointing to the same conclusion: a US military operation. And this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the mix of proof they're offering up. You've got these dramatic but kind of generic visuals of explosions. You get specific military sightings like Chinook helicopters. Then you get these technical sounding details about jets turning off their transponders, which sounds pretty credible. And to top it all off, you have what they say is a digital confession from Trump himself, plus this fascinating piece of internet lore called the Pentagon's pizza meter theory. It's a little bit of everything, designed to sound convincing from every possible angle. And here is what's presented as the smoking gun. The source points to this alleged post from Donald Trump's own social media site, Truth Social. This is framed as a direct, official confirmation from the very top, supposedly verifying both the attack and the capture of President Maduro. And then there's a really fascinating part of the story. The source brings up something called the pizza meter theory. Now, this is a real conspiracy theory belief that if you see a sudden surge in late-night pizza deliveries to the Pentagon, it's a secret signal that a huge military operation is happening, because all the strategists are working through the night. The source claims this exact thing happened, presenting it as this clever piece of insider knowledge. So after laying out the what and the how, the narrative pivots to maybe the most important question of all: why? The argument here is that this isn't about politics or fighting drug trafficking, as we've heard in the past. Nope. Instead, they propose a much simpler, more tangible motive. The source basically sets this up as this fundamental clash of ideologies. You've got the US capitalist model on one side, driven by profit, and on the other, Venezuela's socialist model, which nationalized major industries like oil and kicked out foreign companies. In this telling of the story, the attack is just simple punishment for choosing the wrong economic path. And this number one, this right here, is what the source claims is the real prize. It's not actually about ideology, it's about resources. It's about the fact that Venezuela is sitting on top of the world's single largest proven oil reserves, even more than Saudi Arabia. This simple, verifiable fact is presented as the ultimate, undeniable reason for the whole. The narrative then connects the dots even further. It claims this wasn't just about what's best for the country, but about corporate revenge. The allegation is that American oil companies, furious after being forced out of Venezuela, actually funded Donald Trump's political career specifically to get this kind of payback. But the story doesn't just stop with the alleged attack on Venezuela. It zooms out to give this really stark warning about what an event like this would mean for the rest of the world and for the future of global stability. According to the source, an attack like this would just shatter the whole idea of international law. The UN is portrayed as totally powerless. Russia and China are framed as allies who can't actually stop the US. It sets this incredibly dangerous precedent for powerful countries to just do whatever they want. And this all leads to one pretty grim conclusion: the only thing that can really keep a country safe is the ultimate trump card: nuclear weapons.
And this quote really just drives that point home. The source uses North Korea as an example, claiming it's immune to US action for one single reason: it has nukes. The argument they're making is incredibly stark. In this new world order, nuclear weapons are no longer a threat to peace, but the only real guarantee that a nation will survive. So, by breaking down this specific narrative, from its shocking start, through its web of so-called evidence, its powerful motive, and all the way to its grim predictions, we aren't saying these events happened. What we are doing is showing how a really compelling and viral story of conflict can be constructed. And it leaves us with a pretty critical question. In our modern world, full of tension, how do we even begin to navigate the powerful narratives that are being built all around us?